Hello there, welcome to my views and news. So two news stories. First one is from Wolkait, the disputed territory between Tigray and Amhara regions. Unprecedented tensions are now very visible in Wolkait. Wolkait, the Sagade Humera administration issued a statement just a few minutes ago. Very important statement. The statement came after Abraham Bale, Ethiopian defense minister, said 2 days ago that Wolkait, Humera, Sagade, Raya, Koram were going to be freed from interim administrations, that refugees, IDPs would return, referendum would be held. But Wolkait, Humera, Sagade, interim government issued a statement which indicates there are serious tensions now in Wolkait. We'll have a detailed look at this statement. Secondly, Somaliland, Lasanud, Sool region, where for years people have been fighting against Somaliland's government. Somaliland accuses Somalia, Puntland, some other countries to be involved in backing the groups in Sool region, especially in Lasanud. Today, very important development from Lasanud and Sool, where a key military base has come under the control of SSC Khatumo. These are the forces which are fighting against Somaliland's military. A key base taken, military commander of Somaliland's forces captured, dozens of Somaliland forces captured, members of forces captured and killed. And a town 80 kilometers away from Lasanud is also under the control of SSC Khatum. We'll have a detailed look at this development in the Somaliland. Firstly, viewers, now tensions are very visible in Wolkait. What Abraham Bale, defense minister, said 3 days ago is difficult to be implemented in Wolkait. We are receiving reports of some tension in Raya too, but main tension is in Wolkait. What did Abraham Bale say? Abraham Bale 3 days ago said that interim setups in the two zones would be dismantled, IDPs would return, and referendum would be held. He congratulated Tigrayans on agenda, and then he broke this news. So this is official position of the government, because he is part of the government, he is defense minister. Then came response from Wolkait, Humera, Sagade government. A few minutes ago, Wolkait, Humera, Sagade government issued a statement. Yesterday, the mayor spoke, Ashate Damlew, and he said there was no administration in this area to be dismantled. There were no arms to be surrendered. But today, a different position taken by Wolkait interim government. This government is backed by Amhara regional government. Now, military wants to dismantle the government. Military wants to disarm militias here. Militias are operating here because if you remember a few days ago, we saw pictures of a graduation ceremony of peacekeeping force, so-called, led by Demeke Zewdu. The ceremony was held in Humera. So this peacekeeping so-called force is basically a militia formed by Colonel Demeke Zewdu and Ashate Damlew. What is the interim government in Wolkait saying? Firstly, the interim government says that what Abraham Bale, the minister, said was poisonous, irresponsible. It was a violation of state of emergency proclamation. He spread hate. There is no illegal administration in this area. This area is led by administration which was formed after sacrifice of people. People sacrificed for years, and then this setup was established in this zone. Setup will not be dismantled. Firstly. Secondly, the forces, the militias which are being trained, which are being armed, peacekeeping militias, this training, this arming will continue. No one is going to be disarmed. No one will be allowed to disarm these militia members. Thirdly, Takeze is the boundary. No one will be allowed to cross the Takeze. Tigray forces are deployed to the east of Takeze. Wolkait government to the west of Takeze. Wolkait government says that no one can cross Takeze. And then the government spoke about the strategic significance of this area, that this area is strategic and the people have been protecting the border, Ethiopian border. So that is why no one is going to be allowed to enter this area to dismantle the government. It's very clear. Wolkait government today made it clear that it will fight. And importantly, it opposed the return of IDPs too. Government said that infiltrators will not be allowed to enter Wolkait, Humera, Sagde. By infiltrators, obviously government means IDPs from Tigray who were expelled from this area. They are now in Tigray, in Shire, in some other cities. They want to return. Tigray government wants them to return to. So, we are seeing now unprecedented tensions in Wolkait, Humera, Sagade, where we can say the local interim government has declared war. It does not want to withdraw from this area. It does not want its militias to be disarmed. It does not want anyone to cross Takeze from the east, from Tigray side. What will the government do? What will military do? It is going to be a difficult task for military to completely dismantle the interim setup here peacefully. So is military going to launch a military operation here? We'll see. We'll see in coming hours and days. So far, all eyes on Wolkait, tensions rising. Tensions there in Raya, Koram too, but there reportedly government officials, local interim officials, they are retreating, they are withdrawing. Military is taking control. Military took control of Koram, then Ofla, and military then held some meetings in Alamata. I'll speak on that in coming videos, but main tension is being seen in Wolkait. Let's see what happens. This is now official position of Wolkait government, that it is not going to be dismantled. Government militias won't be disarmed, and no one is going to be allowed to enter Wolkait from Tigray side, from Takeze. Secondly, viewers, Lassanud, Somaliland. At the start of this year, we saw fighting in Lassanud, which is part of Somaliland. It is in Sool region of the Somaliland. It shares border with Puntland people. Some tribes here have been fighting against Somaliland's government. They want to join Somalia. They say that Sool was part of Puntland, but in 2007 it was annexed by Somaliland's government. Somaliland tried to talk to the people, then it launched military operation. In January, it did several videos when military was deployed. We saw heavy fighting between local forces. They call themselves SSC Khatumo forces and Somaliland's military. Then there was relative calm, but military remained deployed, and Lassanud, Sool were put under partial siege. Around a week ago, a famous poet from Lassanud was killed. His name is Jama Kadie. And recently in Lassanud, the leader of SSC was elected. His name is Abdi Qadir. These Lassanud fighters obviously are armed, tribes are armed here, And today, SSC fighters launched a major operation. They took control of main military base of Somaliland's army called Gujade. Gujade is 7 kilometers away from Lasanud. It is now under the control of SSC forces. Not just Gujade. Reportedly, all main military bases of Somaliland's government are under the control of SSE fighters. Around 80 kilometers away from Lasanud is Gumes. Gumes is a town. There is military presence too. Gumes has also come under the control of SSE fighters. Dozens of Somaliland military soldiers have been captured and killed. Graphic videos are being shared showing dead bodies of Somaliland's soldiers lying in different areas. And a commander of Somaliland's military, top commander, has been arrested. His name is Abdi Qadir Fardiye. He was arrested by SSC forces in Gumais, 80 kilometers away from Lasanud. So fighting is not just in Lasanud. It seems that entire Sool has come under SSC fighters. They were waiting for confirmation. It seems that SSC is trying to take control of all the border areas. What does SSC want? Does it want to be a separate country? Does it want to be part of Somalia? That we'll see. But their main demand is that the Somaliland's occupation of Sool is illegal. There are some separatist elements too, which wants Sool to be an independent country, but most support this zone to be part of Somalia. Somaliland's government has been accusing Puntland, Somalia, some neighboring countries of being involved in this conflict. Ethiopian border is very close to, so it means that Ethiopia will face it will be affected by this new development on its border too. What will Musi Abdi's government do now? Obviously, it will retaliate. It will launch a major military operation. I think you could see bombardment, you could see new offensives towards Sool from Somaliland side. So far, SSE fighters are in control of all major military sites in Lasanud and other parts of the Sool region. Watch a few clips showing SSE fighters in control of strategic military sites in Sool region. Thank you for watching.
dadka waa aragtaan farxad baa ka wada muuqata